Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the new topic. Newton's second law is considered as the real law of motion. Why is it so called? Because we can derive the first and third law using the Newton's second law. Now we will see the derivation of Newton's first law from the Newton's second law. Newton's second law states that rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied. In the mathematical form, it is written as force is equal to mass into acceleration. If no force is applied, that is F is equal to 0, then ma is equal to 0. M means mass, A means acceleration. M, that is the mass, can never be 0. Therefore, acceleration will be 0. Acceleration can be 0 in one of the two cases. The first case is either the object is at rest or the object is moving with a uniform or constant velocity. It means that as long as no force is applied on an object, the object position is not changed, that is remains at the rest, and if it is moving with a constant velocity, it is also not changed as long as the force is not applied. This is the Newton's first law. What was the Newton's first law? Newton's first law states that a body remains in a state of rest or motion unless an external force is applied. Therefore, this clarifies or proves the Newton's first law using the Newton's second law. Now, derivation of Newton's third law from the second law. Consider an isolated system of two objects, A and B. They are mutually interacting with each other and no external force is acting on them. Let FAB is the force acting on B due to A, and FBA will be the force acting on A due to B. Now the Newton's second law of motion we can write as rate of change of momentum is equal to force applied. Here we having the two bodies A and B, they are interacting with each other, that is A is exerting force on B and B is exerting force on A. Therefore FAB is equal to dP1 by dt. What is here dP1? Change in the momentum of the body A, and FBA will be equal to dP2 by dt, that is the momentum of the body B due to the force of B on A, where dP1 dt is the rate of change of momentum of A, dP2 by dt is the rate of change of momentum B. Now adding the two forces FAB plus FBA will be equal to dP1 by dt plus dP2 by dt. FAB plus FBA is equal to dP1 plus dP2 by dt. If we take common as d, then d in the bracket P1 plus P2 upon dt. FAB plus FBA will be equal to F total, because this is the sum of the two forces. Therefore, you can replace FAB plus FBA by the F total, that is the total force. If no external force acts on the system of the two bodies, that is no external force is acting on A and B, only the forces that are acting on each other by the two bodies. Therefore, F total will be equal to 0. Therefore, FAB plus FBA will be equal to 0, or FAB is equal to minus of FBA. What does it represent? It represents that the forces are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction, which is represented by the negative sign. Hence, the forces are equal and opposite. And this is the Newton's third law. What is the Newton's third law? To every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Therefore, it proves the Newton's third law using the Newton's second law.